Hello again, everybody. Welcome back to the programme. My name is Christopher Moffat. I am the hostess with the mostess, and thank you very much for downloading, listening, streaming, and perhaps sharing this edition of the Good Bit podcast. We thank you very much. Anything you could do to support us is greatly appreciated. You can follow us on Twitter at the Good Bit Pod, or you can subscribe on iTunes. Leave a review.
Take a breath.
You did not breathe once.
You just got to stand with a script.
This is my monologue, okay? I'm doing this for Greedy Junior. Welcome back to the show. And thank you for listening to the Good Bit. And currently poking my neck, maybe shaving the hair on my throat, is Ewan Ferguson.
Hi there.
Recovering from a chest infection.
I'm recovering from a chest infection.
It's okay because all the listeners who enjoyed last time's show particularly enjoyed your voice.
Did they?
Yeah, just like David from London. Later on, we'll hear from him.
You do have quite a sexy voice, Shane.
Thanks.
Sometimes. Speaking of sexy voices, Ross Martin's here.
Hello, baby.
He's back, and of course the one and only Michelle's back as well.
Hello.
I say back because they were on episode, I believe it was episode 8.
8, yeah, I think it was.
We talked about Suicide Squad and Nerve and Finding Dory. And first off, right off the bat, why is Finding Dory not nominated for Best Animated
I have
Picture?
no idea, because it is incredible.
Did
Did you see Ellen comparing it to like Dory to immigrants and stuff?
Really?
It was brilliant.
I didn't see it.
But she was saying like, I'm not going to have a political view on this,
Yeah.
but when watching Finding Dory, just remember that there was a wall that stopped Dory from getting to her family, but with the help of all her friends, no matter what colour they are, Dory got through the wall.
It's good. What do you think of the Oscars then? What do you think is gonna win Best Picture and Best Actor and all that stuff?
Honestly,
Me.
Hawshank Ridge.
Hawshank Ridge, as it was referred to last time.
Hacksaw Ridge. Mel Gibson, I've got a good feeling about him, but Andrew Garfield's incredible.
I mean, I know it's a very little category, but I think that's going to win Best Film Editing because it's like they're doing the war scenes.
Oh yeah,
that must have been a nightmare.
Was it Mel Gibson that directed it?
Yeah.
First film in 11 years or something like that, and
I don't know.
brilliant.
I
You
got
got
confused there because I thought you meant like Mel Gibson was going to win like,
Best Actor.
like no.
La La Land starring Mel Gibson.
Do you know what I'm really?
No.
I don't think so.
I'm really shocked that Hugo Weaving, like I thought he might have got something supporting up nominated because he's actually
Is he in
amazing.
that?
Is he the bully?
He's the Andrew Garfield's dad.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And
Is he the guy that's in...
He's plays a drunk dad, and he's
Have you ever seen Priscilla,
he's
Queen of the
amazing.
Desert?
No.
No, maybe.
It's
He's
like,
in the Matrix.
Everyone in it's
no, but
amazing though.
it's a musical and they're all drag.
Yeah,
They're
it
all
might
drag
be.
and it's ABBA. And they travel across
Maybe.
the Australian desert.
Well, the only problem about
Just got all the
I was going to do that,
nominees
yeah.
up.
So read out the nominees for Best Picture.
For Best Picture, we've got La La Land, Arrival, Lion, Hell or High Water, Hidden Figures, Moonlight, Hacksaw Ridge, Manchester by the Sea, and Fences.
I've done really well this year. I've said I'm going to try and see as many as I can. The only ones I've not seen are Arrival, Lion, and Hidden Figures.
Alright, Lions Apartment, amazing.
Yeah. I'm going to try and watch that before Sunday. By the time you're listening to this, they may have been done, but we're still a few days before.
But it's quite really close this year. Like last year, you had a good idea straight away, but I've not seen an awful lot. But Manchester by the Sea apparently is amazing.
Yeah, see, my argument for this year was that last year everybody thought The Revenant was going to win Best Picture. They were certain DiCaprio was going to win Best Actor, and he did. But they thought, okay, well, if he wins Best Actor and what's his name, the director, Inarritu, Alejandro Inarritu or something, he won Best Director, then certainly it's going to win Best Film. And then it was Spotlight that won the big change of events.
Yeah,
true. So maybe
Mad Max won so much last year.
It won everything that was nominated for, apart from like the big ones. Yeah.
But was that not an absolutely just wild?
Yeah, I've not seen it.
It's really good.
I didn't watch it in protest.
It looks good, like visually.
Yeah,
and
And
stuff.
it was who was in it again?
Tom Hardy and
Was it Tom Hardy?
Charlize Theron.
The guy that was in Skins and stuff. What was his name?
Nicholas Hoult.
Nicholas Hoult. Aye.
Yeah.
So maybe this year everyone's expecting La La Land to be this year's Revenant. I'm assuming that Ryan Gosling will win Best
I've
Actor.
not seen it because it just really doesn't interest
It
me.
does not interest.
It was
me.
I really liked it. I thought it was really good.
Careful.
It wasn't Ewan's favourite, but I hope my heart is in Manchester by the Sea. I hope that one wins.
Yeah, that would be good.
I mean, I absolutely adored Hell or High Water as well. That's one you need to watch. And I would be over the moon if that
Ben
one.
Foster
And then Chris Pine.
I honestly
Jeff
love
Bridges.
Ben Foster.
Such a good movie.
Have you seen like some of this kind
Jeff
of?
Bridges is up for one, is he not?
Best supporting, I
Yeah.
think,
Have you seen any of the stuff that Ben Foster done when he was younger? Like, have you seen Alpha Dog?
No,
He
but I've
plays
got
a
a CD.
psycho in that, and he's amazing.
Oh,
And
it's
then
such a good
he
film.
plays,
It's Justin Timberlake in it, isn't it?
Yeah.
yeah, he plays a really kind of mentally ill guy in Freaks and Geeks,
Right. Okay.
and he's the most convincing.
Yeah, got to watch that.
Yeah.
What's the other one that he's in? Justin Timberlake's in that I've not seen. I can't remember. But anyway, yeah. So that's going to be interesting. That's up for best song. Can't Stop the Feeling, which will probably win.
Yeah,
because
that
it's
is a
number
great
one.
song.
But I love it. Moana's up for it, and so is City of Stars from La La Land is up for best song.
That
City of Stars.
I don't, like it looked good and stuff, but
It's just so Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, but he's so good and he's so cool and he's so sexy. He's so handsome. I think Emma Stone will probably win Best Actress, even though Meryl
No.
Streep's up against
the
her.
best part about La La Land was John Legend and his mad band.
That was
Like
good, yeah.
they were good.
I mean,
I can't look at John Legend because ever since I got told he looks like Arthur, the wee animated guy. And then have you seen
It looks
John
like
Legend's
the-
wife tweeted, and it was a picture of Arthur with the fist.
Yeah.
Have you seen that? And he was like, when people say John looks like Arthur.
there's Chrissy Teigen from Lip Sync Battle. Is that her name?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't like
honest,
that.
that is just the worst show.
Apart from when Channing
kind of want
Tatum's
to be on
wife.
it though.
Did
What's
you
that?
see
Lip Sync
that?
Battle?
Like, it's lip sync battle. What's the point in
No, but did you see
people
what
we've
Channing
seen too
Tatum's
much
wife done
of?
on it?
Miming
Yeah.
songs we've heard too much
Fucking
of.
amazing.
Well, there's that, and then there's the UK one that's hosted by Mel B and Professor Green.
That-
Mel
Lionel-
B
no,
is
Lionel
dreadful.
Richie.
General Chris Kamara, which you thought, no, that was Ninja
That was
Warrior.
Ninja Warrior.
There's two very similar shows: Ninja Warrior and Lip Sync Battle.
Yep.
So like,
Yeah, Mel B present that as just diabolical. Welcome to Lip Sync Battle UK.
It's just-
Like someone take a knife to her.
I know some people need to accept their careers are over.
Yeah.
You're past it.
Shall we do quick little predictions or what we would give?
No, you know, in prediction, do I do hopes? Who
Hopes,
want
yeah,
to
okay.
win?
Hopes to win. So
Right, so best picture.
I want either Hell or High Water or Manchester by the Sea.
I would like Manchester by the Sea. Yeah.
See, Hell,
See, I've not
I've
seen.
I've not seen enough.
I've not seen enough, but I
run
love
through the
Casey
layout.
Affleck, and
Oh, he's so good. If he doesn't win Best Actor, I'm jumping off a bridge.
I've got a good feeling about Lion though, because that was such a kind of tackled such a subject as well.
If
think it'll be
if
such
Manchester
well
by the Sea
appreciated.
wins, it'll be Matt Damon and someone else that get the award.
Yeah, because they produced it or directed it or something.
Something
Matt
like that,
Damon
yeah.
did something like that.
Aye.
Matt Damon.
He's got a pick now. No, he's not seen it.
I've not seen enough, but
Hopes.
Hacksaw Ridge as well.
Hopes.
That's honestly
Hopes,
that's one
you
of
want
my
Hacksaw
favourite
Ridge, yeah.
movies I've seen. But then again, I like the Lion. I didn't see it, but I like Dev Patel, and then I like the fact that it kind of tackled such a
Yeah.
subject, and I think it sounds like it was done really well. So that'd be,
Supposedly, like the premiere of it, the family that it was about went to see it, and they had to like sit in the cinema on their own for like 20 minutes after it because they were in like such a state
Yeah.
because it was so like
Yeah,
what
it's-
actually
imagine,
happened.
but imagine someone just telling your story like that and doing it well,
Oh, see,
Yeah.
that
doing
might
it
be it then.
justice. Do you know what I mean?
McGregor spoke about it yesterday and he was
Yeah.
like, it's just like a typical, like
Yeah.
not typical Oscar film, but like feel good
Uplifting
sort of, yeah.
and means a lot and stuff like that. So that's a good shout winning. Best actor, do that one.
Best actor. So we've got Andrew Garfield, Ryan Gosling, Denzel Washington, Casey Affleck, and Viggo Mortensen
Yeah.
for Captain Fantastic.
This is when I've seen all films for that one, which I was quite happy with. Who I want to win, Casey Affleck or Viggo Mortensen, but it probably will be Ryan Gosling or Denzel. I mean, it could be any of them actually.
Yeah, I think it might be Gosling, but
Could-
I love Andrew Garfield and all his
Is it
films
not
he's
like-
been. Do you know what I mean?
not Andrew Garfield though this like is it
Oh,
what-
that's like honestly, he's just amazing in it because it's not like you could never. Now that you've seen Andrew Garfield do it, you could never imagine anyone else doing it. But if you heard Andrew Garfield, you'd kind of be like, "It's a bit of
Yeah, what the hell?
a strange character for him to play." But
doesn't,
I love
it
him.
doesn't look anything like him.
Yeah.
I know I love him
It's
in
great.
Never Let Go, all his old films as
Spider-Man.
well. So it's the Spider-Man. So I'd love to see him just because I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
Have you seen Hacksaw Ridge?
I
I
don't
thought
know
you
what
watched it.
I watched it myself, and Michelle was angry at me for doing it without me.
Yeah, great.
Okay, so have we, well, no, we haven't done best actor, have we?
You have.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't. Well, the only two out of these ones that I've seen are Ryan Gosling and Casey Affleck. So out of those two, I would want Casey Affleck.
Yeah.
Affleck to win.
I do think it's the best one I've seen, anyway. The best performance I've seen. Anyway.
Yeah, but I've heard good things about Viggo Mortensen.
Yeah,
I've heard good things about Captain
But I just
Fantastic.
don't think that's going to be an Oscar-winning film. It was such a good film and it was so fun and nice. That's just not one that the Oscars are like. That's brilliant. We're going to give it to that one.
Is it? It's a comedy.
There's funny bits in it, yeah, but it's more sweet than anything else.
Yeah.
Best actress, I'm very unfamiliar with.
So we got Emma Stone, Isabel Huppert, Ruth Negga, Meryl Streep, Natalie Portman.
Sounded. You need to be careful what you say.
Well, that's her name.
I know. It was
Ruth
just the way
Negga.
you said it. It's going to be Meryl Streep, isn't it?
No.
Because she made that speech at the Golden Globes.
Nah, Emma Stone.
Yeah, well, that's the only one I've seen.
I don't know why people come in their pants over Emma Stone, to be honest.
I'm
never,
not saying I am. I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
no, do you
she
know what I mean, though?
probably,
Like-
I don't like her.
there's just something not
she's not even
unlikable.
that
but
good
she's-
at singing, really. Like,
I think
in the
I
film
love
that I was
I
in.
love to see Meryl Streep. I know she's been nominated for like 19,
Yeah.
but
But see,
Nah,
the thing about them like not singing very well and stuff like that, I think that was the point. Like, I think they're supposed to be just like regular people. Do you
Yeah.
know what I mean? And the fact that they can't sing very well, do you know what I mean?
Does it not kind of just put you off it a bit?
I love it. Yeah. It's meant to be a musical and they can't sing. I get that as well. Yeah, both arguments are legit. It's just ridiculous.
Both
I was
legit.
like, do you know what?
arguments,
Yeah, you're right.
But I've not seen Loving, but Ruth Negga, apparently she's very
I'm
good.
not saying loving.
Says
either.
Ross Donaghy, but
Who was supposed to be on the show one time and then they just went home.
yeah, well, yeah.
We're like, Mason?
Come.
What a mistake that was. Right, so should we do any other categories or are we alright?
We've got best
We'll do
animated,
We'll do best animated.
why is Finding Dory not there?
but
Oh.
on the positive side, Moana's
Yeah,
there.
I just love Moana.
And so
although I
Zootropolis.
think
Busy,
yeah,
the Rock's
Zootopia.
not that bad at singing.
the
He's
Rock,
very good at
Yeah,
singing.
he's
so
good. I heard
good.
it yesterday.
you need to
There's a-
watch it.
I
I know,
tweeted
I
it
don't-
and I tweeted it
He's-
going
he's
hashtag.
not- I'm honestly such a sucker for animated movies. I love Pixar, Disney, DreamWorks.
We got a question about that from one of the fans, so we'll talk about that later.
It was you that first told me about Moana like ages ago, like when the first like sort of like
Yeah, because he said he fancied
pictures
her.
came out. and you showed me it and I was like, Ross, no, she's animated, we can't, but yeah.
Don't worry, I still fancy Lola Bunny.
When when Aaron and I saw Zootropolis, he was like, "Oh, the bunny." She was
Oh,
a nice
that's
bunny.
such
and
a
he was like
good name.
attracted, but that's like for me. I know we love Moana, but I want
No,
Zootropolis.
that's-
I think, I think it will win because it's more like
meaningful.
it's meaningful
yeah.
and stuff, yeah.
What's the other nominees? Cubo and the Two Strings.
Kubo and the Two Strings, The Red Turtle, and My Life as a Courgette.
Which is a documentary on Ewan's life.
It's actually a really dark one about being used as a sex toy.
Animated picture. From Pixar.
Pixar.
That's good. Okay, so anything else? Best supporting actor. Michael Shannon's in there for Nocturnal Animals. That's one you should see.
Mahershala Ali.
Who was good, but he was only in it for like 20 minutes of the film.
In what,
In
Moonlight?
Moonlight, yeah. So I mean, he was good, but
Oh, Lucas Hedges.
from Manchester, he was the boy, wasn't he?
Yeah,
He
yeah.
was great, yeah.
Is it a young guy for Manchester by the Sea?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like the guy that he has to look after or whatever.
What are you laughing at?
Ah,
Hope it hurt.
I hope Michael Shannon wins on that one. I
You
love
know-
Nocturnal Animals.
Best
That's such a
Supporting
shame.
Actress.
I tried to pronounce it on the show one time. I said Nocturnal. What did I say? Nocturnal.
Nocturnal.
Nocturnal
like,
Animals.
no, not that. I mean Michael Shannon.
Michael
It's
Shannon.
a shit name.
Alright,
Oh,
Michelle
wow.
Michael Shannon.
Yeah, but if I became famous, I'd probably get a stage name.
Yeah.
The Hulk.
No.
I was thinking about calling myself Christopher Moffat, like as a stage name. There's hundreds of Chris's, but not really that many Christophers.
It's not a stage name, that's still your name.
No, but go by that one name. So speaking of that though, see, since I'm going to have so many different guests on the show, I don't want it to be like Ewan Ferguson's back or Michelle's back. I want it to be like show names.
Can I be Ross LeSavior?
Can I be
Yeah, like stuff.
Shaniqua Montez?
Cynic one.
Like, I'll be like the face that
goes
runs the
from
place.
ghetto to Latina so fast.
Yep.
And then
I just had
Ewan-
High School Musical in the mind while
Just-
also thinking of a guy
Montez.
instead.
Oh, you're so white.
Horse Ewan,
Horseshoeing.
because I'm always horse.
Yeah. Or I don't know. Yeah, sure. Paul Sheehan. I'll be face that runs the place. Chris Moffat. And you can be whatever you want. What did you say?
Shaniqua Montez.
Shaniqua Montez. And then you're going to be what? The Hulk? No,
that was Michelle's.
You're going to be Zac. Zac Efron.
No, I'm going to be Jesus the Saviour.
Oh, can I be Beethoven?
Beethoven, a good one.
Beethoven.
Okay, these are names. Everyone have a name when you come on the show. Donate names from the listeners.
For best supporting actress, I want Michelle Williams to win.
Yeah.
Because the scene with her and
I don't know why I thought it was Serena Williams.
Serena Williams.
Oh, there's a dog.
The cat.
Where?
It's Oreo the cat.
Oreo?
Outside, yeah, it's
Is
black
it
and white,
yours?
so Rachel's going, we'll call it Oreo. Okay.
Is it yours?
No. It just walks about, yeah. I came in the house one time,
Kidnap it.
and my dad was out with the pillow going,
It'd be a shame if you fell in a blend. That's
wow.
Ross.
Then it'd be an Oreo milkshake. Go.
For best supporting actress, I want Michelle Williams to win because the scene with her and Casey Affleck made me cry.
However, Viola Davis in Fences was amazing.
Oh yeah, I've heard she's very good as well.
Yeah.
So.
I've not seen Hidden Figures. What?
She just whispers, I really want an Oreo milkshake.
It's definitely going to pick that up because the last time we did the podcast, they were all talking about films and me and Leanne had a conversation like, are you going out tonight?
So like in the show you can hear it, we're talking about like Hateful Eight or something and you're just going, no, I don't know. And but you can hear both conversations and they think.
Do you want to do best director?
Yeah, sure. And then we'll move on because this could be old news now.
Till I get a job, but actors were never going to get a job.
Yeah.
I want a job in Ewan's work.
In my work?
Yeah.
Just so you can
Imagine both of us just kicking up the store together.
You need pick up fast though.
I think we should just move on.
Yeah. Avoid from what?
Do best director, then we'll move
Yeah.
on.
Okay, best director. Mel Gibson, Big Barry Jenkins,
Definitely a made up name, not like the
Barry
fictitious.
Jenkins.
Kenneth Lonergan, Dennis Villeneuve, and Damien Chazelle.
She's there. They'll win it.
Joanne
Definitely.
Davey.
Joanne Damien.
best director.
Damien, whatever, will win for La La Land for best director.
Damien Chazelle.
Or maybe it would be Mel Gibson because of just stuff like that.
Big Mel B.
Yeah, but we'll get into some Hacksaw Ridge talk later.
Yeah.
But I've got stuff to...
One, I know we're going to move on for the Oscars, but I must say, best visual effects, I was saying, could go to... No, I said editing was Hacksaw Ridge. Best visual effects, the one that Rogue One is nominated for. Rogue One's got to win it because of the Carrie Fisher thing. And they'll do it because she died. Do you not think?
Oh, well, that's
Yeah.
just a bit.
No, but apparently
Do you know what I mean?
amazing as well.
It's
It's
like
like he'll be deserving of it
Yeah.
as a standalone thing.
Yeah,
but
so I think I just...
But the Jungle Book's there as well.
And
The
that was
Jungle
my
Book-
pick, the Jungle Book. I was like,
Jungle
Jungle
Book,
Book will
I
win it,
would
and then
pick
I thought, oh, wait a minute, Rogue One, they had Carrie
Jungle
Fisher
Book
in
was incredible.
it. Yeah.
Right, I don't agree. Like, I love Donald Glover so much, but he's not a good voice for Simba.
I fancy Simba so much.
So what's this? They're doing a live action Lion King?
Yeah.
In Donald Glover's playing
And the guy
Simba,
that
and
originally
it's just-
played Mufasa's.
They're doing another.
what's his name?
Great voice.
Yeah, Zumba.
Yeah.
I am your father.
Well,
That's not him, is it?
Yeah, he plays Darth
Yeah.
Vader.
David L. Jones?
Yeah, he's Darth
Not
Vader.
David L.
James
James
L.
L. Jones.
yeah,
I
he's
didn't know that.
Mufasa in the original.
That's cool.
And the
And the new one,
I haven't
he's just
recalled
playing
it.
it.
Is he?
Yeah.
So Ron Atkinson as well, isn't he?
But Simba is... he's not as good Simba.
No.
Hopefully I'm proved wrong, because I do love him and I love Lion King.
We
Donald-
spoke about this the last time on the podcast, but they haven't heard it. They're making another there's another Jungle
Yeah,
Book
there's
coming
another
out
one coming out.
either this year or next year. Like nothing to do with that one,
Have Disney not? Have they not?
and it's like
Signed up
Andy's
to do like remake so many of the old
of the
movies?
old, yeah. Like what make them into live action ones?
Yeah, but
It's
is it not like
see,
a ridiculous amount?
They didn't do that beforehand because all the remakes normally were rubbish, but then they started making so many good ones that they're just trying to do loads now.
Yeah.
because Beauty and the Beast's out
Yeah.
in a couple of weeks.
The
Because Cinderella was out last year, and did you
No.
not even know about
I didn't know
it?
Cinderella was out, but I know
Yeah,
Beauty and the
Cinderella
Beast's
didn't
coming
do
out
very well. I
because
don't think Cinderella did very well.
I want to be Belle.
That's going to be great, Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, is it I?
Who's...
Emma Watson
that's
is
a
gonna be
huge...
so
That's
good
a
at it.
huge
Jamie
cast,
T,
isn't it?
see Jamie T, the guy that sings Six and the Stones.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So he was meant to audition to play the Beast
Yeah, he was
And-
asked to audition for it.
for Emma Watson. How weird
Yeah.
is it? He's
Because I
not
was
an
trying
actor.
to find out the other day who else would have been up for playing Belle, and then it came up that Jamie T was asked to audition for it.
Not for Bill. Because
For the Beast.
I think
That's
he's not an actor,
strange.
but I think he'd done it on stage somewhere, and someone must have seen it and thought, oh, he was good.
Oh.
But I can't imagine him acting.
This is that's what they were meant to do, the Little Mermaid, and it was meant to be Chloe Moretz, but then she
Oh yeah,
pulled
she
out.
said she
really?
was. Yeah,
She
she
wouldn't
said she
dye
wasn't
her
dyeing
red?
her hair.
What?
Yeah,
That's such a shit
Fucking
excuse.
bitch.
I know. If she's not got the money to just go and get it redone as soon as filming's finished.
Yeah, maybe she has something against the colour. I don't know. Racist.
No, it's just I've got the list of
Emma Watson.
got the list of the Disney films that are going to be made into.
Go on, I don't know this. Tell me.
So they're going to make Mulan into a live action, The Lion King, Dumbo,
Oh,
No, that'll be good.
Elephants.
I love Dumbo, but
the
I don't know how they're
sword,
gonna
the
do
Sword and the Stone,
Dumbo.
Aladdin.
Ooh.
It's called a live action prequel titled Genies,
Yeah, but who's,
about how he ended up in the lamp.
yeah, but how you meant to do that without Rob? You can't do that without Robin Williams. I'm sorry, no.
that. Who's going to
Don't
be in
touch
that
it.
one? The Rock?
Don't touch it.
But it's Aladdin is also getting his own remake apparently. 101 Dalmatians. Emma Stone is meant to be
What?
Cruella.
What?
Yeah, I can imagine that
You
because
can
she's
see
a
it.
fucking bitch.
Yeah. Winnie the Pooh.
Oh.
These are good, man.
Live action Winnie the Pooh. Someone just wanted
Peter
to.
Pan.
Just
Come
someone
on,
just,
Eeyore.
someone
God.
just starts feeding a
Depending
tiger
on when
gear.
they do Peter Pan, I could maybe be Tinkerbell.
Yeah.
Smell it, stinker
Peter
bell.
Pan. I could be Peter Pan.
No, you wouldn't. You'd be Jungle Boy.
We could be.
Shout out to Aaron Doggett, former Peter Pan.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love you.
who's
Aaron.
currently in Dubai watching the tennis?
I was going to say,
Yeah.
How much of a private school wank is that?
There's
it's like,
the man
oh,
himself.
I'm sitting here filming Roger Federer from front row.
Oh, Roger's here.
Pinocchio.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Oh, he's just telling a fib.
I like Pinocchio. Angelina Jolie's meant to come back as Maleficent for an actual remake of Sleeping Beauty.
Oh.
Maybe
Snow
actually
White and
be.
the Seven Dwarfs, but there's already been like
Here, I'm getting so many breaks.
I could be Dopey. You could be.
I
there's
could be all
already been
seven.
like two Snow
White.
Whites in the last.
Yeah. There's Snow White and the Huntsman,
They've
wasn't
not
one
been.
was shite,
It's not just Snow White though. They might just be doing like the actual.
there? A dwarfs film.
Never mind.
I just saw another film
You
of
can be
Snow
Dopey.
White's sister Rose
Like, how
Rawls.
much could he be dopey? The dwarf.
Yeah.
Just do this.
I want to be Dopey.
Man.
Look at.
Oh my lord.
James and the Giant Peach.
What? That's loads of
That's a
them.
weird one.
That's already live action, but I suppose I like the original.
the black version, Jerome and the Giant Watermelon.
You stole that from a tweet.
Yeah, definitely.
No, I tweeted that ages ago, and then I got
Chip and Dale.
reported for a racist tweet. It was fuck
Chip
off.
and Dale, are they the...
Reported.
Well,
Yeah,
Chipmunks.
someone reported
Chip
my
and Dale
tweet being
Rescue
racist.
Rangers. I don't know.
Right, we move on.
That's me done.
Okay. See, out of the films that we saw this year, since last Oscars, what would you have nominated for Best Picture that's not already nominated?
50 Shades Dark.
I think that's too late. That's
You're
why.
trying to
Like,
make me think.
that's
here.
why. Like, I think Trainspotting might have been up for something, and so would have Split. I'm assuming James McAvoy would have been up, but I guess it was too late.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's weird though, like,
How the, like what the time frame is?
because there's
But
like
The Revenant came out last January.
Yeah,
And
and
so
it was
did
out.
Split.
Yeah, good point. But in America, Revenant
So
came
did
out in
It's-
December. I'm sure.
Yeah, it's just it all depends that
oh yeah,
It's like
fair
Moana
Yeah,
came out
so-
in December and stuff
because
like
it's
that.
based on
Yeah, 'cause it
American
comes out early.
charts.
Yeah. So Finding Dory would be your pick.
Oh, yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I fancy Ellen DeGeneres.
Oh, Nev. So let's talk about what we're going to be talking about today. The film that kind of we have all seen that we can discuss is a sequel to a beloved film called Trainspotting, and it's so aptly named Trainspotting. No, it's not actually. Terminator 2
T2.
Trainspotting. So T2 Trainspotting came out last month or something like that, and it was a big thing here, wasn't it?
Oh yeah.
In this country.
Oh
anyway.
yeah.
I'll open the conversation to you lot. What do you think?
Who's going first?
Ladies first.
So cute.
Ladies first. Ross.
Do you want me to go first? Well, I loved the first one so much, and then seeing the second one, going in hoping I'd love it, and I did.
Yeah.
And then they complemented each other and made me kind of appreciate them both more and appreciate the play as well.
When did you first see the first one?
I was young and then I didn't really get it. I must have only been like 12 or 13, and then I rewatched it a couple of years later. And then
I watched the first one the week before the second one for the very first time. So it was like fresh in my mind and stuff, and I feel like I would have appreciated it more if I saw it back in '96 or whenever it came out.
Yeah,
See, I
the second one was
watched it
just
a few years ago, but then when we went to go and see it again in the cinema, there was so much that
Yeah.
I was
Oh,
like,
the first one you saw
the
in the cinema
second
again.
Yeah.
it was just genius because it was like obviously it was based on like the nostalgia of the first one,
Yeah.
but the plot to the second one itself was I loved that. I thought it was
Totally
excellent.
different, yeah.
But they had so many just wee snippets of the first one, like the
They
toilet.
didn't
He
take it
walked
too
into the
serious.
toilet in the nightclub, and it was a shitty toilet like
Yeah.
in the first one.
I've seen it twice now. So the first time I seen it was the day it came out, and I loved it, but I was knackered.
Yeah.
But I still loved it, and it's not like I didn't see it all, if you know what I mean. Like, I
Yeah.
still seen it all. But the second time I seen it, there's so much more like little bits that I
I'd like to watch
noticed.
it again actually, yeah.
We should warn in case we had any spoilers.
Yeah.
Because the way they use the second one, like, because Spud writes all this stuff down and it refers back to the first one, and it's like telling stories that we know
Yeah.
and we love and appreciate, and then it was just like reinterpreted, not like retelling you that story in a way, but like,
Yeah, the bit where like Begbie's acting it out
Yeah.
and it cuts
Yeah.
back to like
oh, it's,
I thought it was a good something too.
yeah.
Because these comedies came out and it's like Bad Neighbours 2 or Ride Along 2 and they're
Yeah.
all right, but they're just literally
but
just trying to
but
get
that's
on.
like,
like-
it was such a good film, but then
Yeah.
didn't take it serious in
And
the
the-
way that they like
the acting as
referred
well.
back to
It was
the
a nice
first one.
homage to the first one, but it wasn't a complete.
And I like that it wasn't
do-over.
all about like obviously the first one's
You s-
renting the story.
In this, you
In
see
this
where
one,
all their
it's
lives
like-
have kind of went to, and
It's not that like Spud. There was about 5 times he was just on screen and I just want to cry.
yeah, like the second one, it could
fucking
make you
amazing,
laugh,
isn't
it could make you cry. It's 2 seconds later, and then
Yeah.
Spud, I'm sorry, he just stole the show for me. I thought,
yeah, he's so
He
good.
was amazing, and the ending
I hope
for
he gets
him-
more work out of that because he's not been doing
He
much
was
recently, has
amazing.
yeah.
he? So
He's done like a lot. It's just
Yeah.
like small stuff.
just don't
like,
hear about
Can
it.
we speak about how terrible Begbie's son was?
Oh, he was awful. He was not.
Oh,
my
yeah.
God.
Someone knows.
Oh,
how
thing
to
that, yeah,
do
my
it.
dad's
How dad?
Hi, Dad.
like if it's not my dad's work. It's like his
Dad just
pal's
leave it.
son or something.
He's definitely not an actor.
Yeah, it can't be.
No,
I know
they
he's
did
not
all
out.
competitions for it.
Okay, that's right. I'm sure it was something like it was like, oh well, we'll give you a part in it or something because we
No,
know you or
he
you want
does
a
do
cameo
acting.
or something.
I'm sure. I think like some people know.
I don't know if it just stood out more because
everyone was so
everyone
good.
else was amazing. Like
Yeah, okay.
See the ending for Spud. Spoiler alert. And he kind of came up with the book. I think he wrote Skag Boys, and that's what the book was, because obviously that came out as a book, but it's like that, because it's all just individual wee stories and snippets of their life, and it's kind of. But Skag Boys is like
is it not
set
handwritten?
in the book. I've got a copy of the book, and it's handwritten. It's not printed. It's like handwritten. So that's what kind of made me think of that, which is just
Yeah, I
genius.
think it is. Yeah.
Because then like
I said to Ross, could you imagine it was just like Spud was bringing out his own movie,
But
But
The Return of Spud,
oh, it's,
Spud the musical.
oh, it's so good, man.
yeah, I loved it. It was great. The Rangers bit where they go to the Orange Lodge was
It's
just
Ah,
so more
funny.
Catholics.
it's so clever as well, and then all the bank details
With
are
the
the same
codes,
number.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
like and then midnight start again, and then they did like the improv singing and stuff. That's it was so funny.
Yeah.
They're all still so cool as well.
Yeah.
Like, see all the stuff that Sick Boy was wearing. Oh, I fancy him so
Yeah.
much.
Ewan McGregor is one of my favourite actors.
I think
Again,
out of them all, though, I
amazing.
think I was least convinced by it. Like, he was good, obviously, but I was least convinced by him. Like,
Well,
but
Ewan
I
McGregor.
suppose he's been working the most out of it.
Yeah.
But
He
I don't
said-
know. I just feel like
He's the only one though out of them that's relatively normal.
Yeah.
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 Like, he's not got
Nah,
like the
It's
rest of them have like major issues. His issues are them.
it was
Yeah.
weird though, because like of course they like, used all the kind of iconic moments like the rolling in the car and stuff like that, but they didn't like rip the
Yeah.
piss and just base it on that. Like, please love this one because we'll show you why you love the first one.
Yeah.
The bit
But
of
there was-
running down the street in Edinburgh as well.
Yeah,
It's
and
not
he's
like a
just
complete
watching it.
opposite, but it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
that's so
just
cool.
watching it.
It's a great film. That may be one of my favourite sequels ever, actually.
I think
Oh,
it's
yeah.
up. Yeah.
So good.
And
Highly
it's still
recommend it.
it's still the way they ended it. It's open to your own interpretation, which
Yeah.
I love that at the end of a movie. You kind of make up what happens after it yourself.
Stuff like
really.
as well when he goes
So
back to
clever
his
as well
house.
when they dropped him off at the prison. Begbie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. and he just walks back in and as if nothing's happened. Yeah.
But there's a lot in the second one that's in the first book, and it's in the play about like Becky's dad and them as kids in school and stuff.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
all
yeah.
in the second, in the first book, and then in the play, and it just wasn't in the movie, but they kind of
Yeah,
added it
like
out
the
in
scene in
second
the
one.
play where
Brilliant.
Renton's like, "Oh, remember my first day of school."
Yeah, because that's
And
why
then fucking next
that's
day.
why it wasn't called porno, because like it's only loosely based off of
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
that.
Yeah, because it's like a rewritten. It was Urban Welsh still obviously wrote it
Yeah.
all, but it was basically getting all his books with the characters and just kind of dragging it all
I
in.
liked his wee cameo as well.
Yeah, it was Mikey Forrester again. Yeah.
I like the cameo of the girl from the first one is just popped up as well. The one that was on the poster.
Yeah, I thought she was going to be in it more,
Yeah,
And she didn't
but
need
she
to
didn't
be.
need to
Yeah.
be, you know.
but it worked. Yeah,
When she was speaking to Renton, and she was like, "She's too young for you."
yeah, it's great. Yeah, it's so clever. Yeah, it's good. I like that.
And the bit when he goes back to his house for the first time, and his dad's sitting talking to him, and it's like the shots from the
Same
first
shot.
one, but his
Yeah.
mum's not there, but the
The
it's
shadow.
like the shadows
Oh man, it's so good.
And Spud's shadow when he's
there. Yeah,
sitting
when
on
he's
the
trying not to. Yeah.
door, and he's trying to
I
not
love
take
that
it
film. I gotta watch it again. I'm gonna buy it when it comes out. I've decided like the only films I'm gonna buy now are films that I like properly love
You
or that
could
I've
just
never
watch
seen
and
before.
watch and watch.
And
Yeah.
then
It's-
if I watch them for the first time and I love them, I'll keep them.
DVDs because you forget that you've got them, and then
Yeah.
like years to come.
Yeah.
I
you're
get
like,
Blu-rays
"Oh,
now though, so I'm not
Because-
getting any.
I
Like,
Spud, I can't believe how much I thought he was going to be in it, but I didn't know he'd get like his own kind of storyline within it. And I was so happy he did, because he just kept like flashing back and he kept popping up. I was like, oh, there's Spud, and it was like kind of comic relief at times, and then
It's when Becky was like,
It's
"Don't
really
move."
sad.
He's like,
Okay. Yeah, a nice
See the bit at
relationship
the
between
start
the two
as
as
well,
well.
But
Yeah.
it's not, and you
"Yeah,
thought
because
was
that was
Becky won't hurt him."
Yeah, but it's like he's the
When he
big
gets
bully.
down on his knees, he's like,
He's bullying him, but it's nothing gonna happen. It's great. So yeah, highly recommended.
Oh,
I've not seen
yeah.
it for anybody in the world. It's not
I
just
thought
a-
Robert Coyle was actually very good as well.
Yeah.
"Yeah."
Because he
He's a great actor.
didn't do the. I thought he'd go into the Begbie and try and be, but he done Begbie but older,
Yeah, yeah,
rather than just try to do Begbie again,
yeah.
which is clever.
See,
Yeah, yeah.
I
They all did that apart from Spud, but that was because I don't think Spud would ever change. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, like
He
you
would
said, he
never
didn't
grow
even
up.
realise the clocks started
Yeah.
changing because he's been on. Like, he's just been fucked for like 20 years.
Yeah. Yeah. I had a weird perspective of the whole thing because I saw the play first before even the first
Oh,
film.
yeah.
Yeah.
So the first time I ever seen any Trainspotting was the one that you guys were in at the Sits.
Yeah.
So then I saw the first film, as I said, like a week before the second one. So it's like I saw them all within a time span of like 6 months or
The
whatever.
cool thing is though, they're all good as individuals. Like you don't.
Yeah,
need,
the film isn't the same as the play either.
Yeah,
So,
definitely, especially the way the play was done. It was a
yeah.
bit, but it's still got.
Changing
Again,
characters.
it's obviously still got the kind of iconic moments and the scenes you love, like the shit in the bed scene in the play. It's still got all that, but.
I was telling them yesterday, I ordered Trainspotting the play. That's like the book, right? It was not the
Spud's
book,
not
but
in
the play, right? And I was hoping to do a monologue from it. So I go on Amazon and I'm saying, okay, Trainspotting, Irvin Welsh, whatever. And it's like 4 Irvin Welsh plays in one book.
Yeah.
I was like, brilliant. It's like, I'll have the Trainspotting and the 3 others to use as backup, £7, great deal. Ordered it, took feckin' ages to come, right? Get it in the post and I take it out and it's like, that's not that thick of a book, that's not going to fit 4 plays in the one book, the text must be very small. I open it, it's like certain parts of duologues and monologues from each of the plays. I was like, this is
It's
nonsense.
Marlborough Start.
Then I look at the front cover, it's not 4 Irvin Welsh plays, it's called Foreplay by Irvin Welsh. I was like, I could have bought a fucking book on foreplay and didn't even know about it. I was raging, man. And I
Nah.
just it's like the penny drop
that
when I
really-
first saw it and I was like, oh no, mum! Look at the book! But yeah.
But there's a really good monologue in that Marlborough Stock. Can't remember. Marlborough Stock Nightmares, and he's like, so I take the
Marabou.
Yeah,
Marabou, that's in
Marabou,
the book as well, yeah.
I couldn't remember what it's called.
I'll show
He's
you
like,
afterwards.
I take the girl home. She's struggling to get her clothes off. I'm already naked. It's a fucking-
Have you got? Is that in it?
And that
That's how I
play
read
is, but I don't know if that
That monologue's in
monologue
it.
is in it.
Because you would vote to
I'll
that.
read that.
Cool. So yeah, Trainspotting 2, T2 Trainspotting.
Yeah.
Don't be confused with Terminator 2, but go and see it because it's very good and it's not just a play of the first one. So go and check it out if you can. But it's not in cinema anymore, so you must wait
Is it
till
not?
it's on.
Isn't that?
No, it's still got a
Has it?
couple weeks left. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
we've seen it on
Because I think that was the run of that in the cinema is still
Tuesday.
Oh really?
it's
That's
still
good
running
then.
'cause it's
Friday.
good. It was out. It's going to be out for 2-3 months probably.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. That's good.
What else have you seen recently, Chris?
I've seen so much. I don't want to waste too much time because we've got questions to answer.
Right.
But I'll quickly run
Were
through
you a
films I've
lover of
seen then.
Hacksaw Ridge the same as I was?
Hacksaw Ridge, I loved it.
Right. Do you know what
Didn't
pissed?
see it in the cinema though.
Do you know what pissed me off though? Right. I've seen a lot of stuff on like Twitter and people are saying on the TV and stuff like how wrong Hacksaw Ridge is, and because it's like a movie about like innocence and all that, and then it's got like all these explosions and like people just so visual. That why wouldn't I have that?
It's a war
Yeah.
film.
It's a war film. He's telling this guy's story. That's what happened in the guy's story.
But then again,
Really?
That's the
fucking
way it would be.
pushed my
Like,
button.
I complain all the time about how every film now is based on a true story, and then they try and prove it to you by showing B-roll at the end of the film of like the actual footage, like
Mm.
and silly and stuff like that. But I felt like Hacksaw Ridge, it worked with that one,
Yeah.
because it was so full on and so
And
impactful.
then
The guy who he's playing is still alive and stuff, and he's doing an interview
He was-
afterwards.
and
he's
he
going,
just made-
and I want to put the people down the
It's
cliff,
like,
and I nearly
I-
died, but I never did.
I just always said to myself, you gotta get one more.
Gotta get one. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
such good. Yeah, good film. Really good film actually. I'm trying not to rate films anymore.
Yeah.
I'm guilty of that all the time. You okay, Michelle?
Yeah.
Are you bored of
You
it?
sure?
No, I've just.
Are we boring you?
Fuck off then.
La La Land we
No
saw.
worries.
La La Land we saw. Manchester by the Sea we saw and we loved.
yeah, babe, I cried.
Anything you want to say about Manchester by the Sea?
Well, I don't normally cry at films. The only films I've ever really cried at is like Monsters Inc. and
Toy Story 3.
Toy Story 3.
Oh,
Oh,
Whoa.
that's a bad one.
And I cried at High School Musical High School Musical 2 when Gabriella left.
I cried at High School Musical 3 the other night. When
I can't remember 3.
what
Not
happened?
well.
I started crying.
I've only seen 3 once, and I was out of rebellion because it was in cinemas, and I was like, I had a great system. No High School Musical film, KFC, feet up on the couch. I don't want to be eating popcorn in a cinema, and it was in a cinema with all the kids and stuff. Granted, I was a kid too, but I was like, no, this is one of my films.
Yeah,
So I'm
you
not
don't want to
seeing
be
it.
seen going
Yeah.
to see High School Musical.
It's like I went to see, what was the other one I saw? Kung Fu Panda 3? No, it was Yogi Bear, the new Yogi Bear film.
Yeah.
And I was the only one over 10 in the cinema. And
Was-
I was like, I have to leave. I have to leave. And I say over 10, I was probably 11.
yeah.
But you still knew you were like, fuck this.
I was like sitting at the back as well.
You're definitely 11 years old, still 6'7", like,
But you have no problem going to see like Zootropolis
I just changed, man.
19,
Come on, Ross.
20-year-old
But
just
it's
sitting
weird. It's weird, isn't it? Like, you grow up, but you're still okay to see that. Like, me and Adam went together, and we were the only 2 people without kids. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And we loved it. And like
Aye,
Moana and
we
stuff.
went for Nando's and then went to see Moana.
Yeah, but that's fine.
But we went at like 8, so there
I don't
wasn't
want to talk
kids.
about
There was just
Yeah, it was great. We went at like 2 o'clock on the Saturday afternoon to see Zootropolis, and it was just like kids were running up and down the aisle and stuff, but we're still invested. It's not bad anymore.
I've still not seen it.
I'll go and see any animated film now,
Oh, man,
happily.
So
So you mentioned by the Sea, you don't cry at many films, but
but Manchester by the Sea, yeah. I don't know. It was just Michelle,
Michelle, off your
fuck
phone.
off.
Sorry, but I've not seen Manchester by the Sea.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but
you
you-
still.
Oh, you.
what's your nickname again? Montez? Enrique Montez?
Can't make fucking trick balls.
Okay, go on. You're crying at Manchester by the Sea. I'm almost crying now, but you know.
Yeah. That was it.
Okay,
And then,
cool.
yeah.
You cried at it, yeah.
I don't know. It's just like nothing that happens like from start to finish. Do you know what I mean?
Just a
There's
beautiful film, yeah.
Yeah.
Good relationships and
Yeah.
Great
the
writing and
characters
stuff.
and stuff. Yeah.
good stuff. Split. Did we see Split?
Not yet.
Did you see Split?
I
You
seen
did
it.
see Split, yeah.
People were
Don't spoil anything.
people were saying about the ending, like I'm not spoiling it, but people were saying about the ending, like, oh, that's shit, blah blah. But it's leading on.
I think it's an ego thing with the director. He's like, well, if you've not seen whatever, oh, I almost spoiled it there.
You've not seen
I'll,
this, then-
yeah, you've not seen this, then you shouldn't be watching another one of my films, which I think is a bit pompous.
But
You know. But I get it. I just was a bit confused. I was like, what?
yeah, I know. Doesn't really, yeah,
But it was good, not great. But James McAvoy was fucking amazing.
yeah.
Trainspotting said Fences with Denzel was good, but was like they were filming a play because the scenes are so long and so
It's because it is a
strong
play.
on text. Yeah, Denzel was fucking brilliant, and Michelle
Okay.
Williams was brilliant, or was it Viola Davis in this one?
Viola Davis.
Viola Davis, brilliant as well. but it's not one I'm going to rush back to see. Hacksaw Ridge, brilliant, and Moonlight, I thought was really good. It's like Boyhood, Moonlight, but instead of the same actor over the 7 years, it's like 3 different stages in a boy's life, played by 3 different actors. So it was really good. I'd recommend it as well. Other films that I've seen recently, 12 Angry Men, watched for the first time on Netflix. It's like 12 men sitting around a table, they're a jury, and they're talking about whether they should...
Did you not do a scene from that?
No, we did. What was the one we did?
Someone did a scene from that for acting for camera.
It's very good film.
Angry Man.
You'd
love
the
it.
one Dustin
It's
Hoffman.
good
Funny.
No, but it's like, it's black and white film, and it's like 12 guys. It starts off with I'm just going to spoil it for you. It starts off with one guy saying he's innocent and the 11 are saying he's guilty, and by the end of the film it's completely changed. So 11 people are saying that he's innocent and one guy saying he's guilty. And it's how they change the perspective and how they change the opinion. It's so cool and clever. So watched that one. I watched Fargo, which has become one of my favourite Coen Brothers films. It's on Netflix. It's fucking brilliant. I don't know why it took me so long to watch it.
It's Steve Buscemi.
Yeah, so good. And Trainspotting, the first one. The Mission, we watched at Park Street. 2 more Harry Potter films, cheaper by the dozen. So I've been watching a lot of films. I'm trying to keep up with my New Year's resolution to watch and learn about more films. So anything else you've watched, and we can discuss, and then we'll go to the questions.
What have we watched recently?
You watched Hunt for the Wilder People, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I did. I loved that. Yeah.
I've not seen it yet.
No, I just thought
I feel like it's going to be a lot like Captain Fantastic.
it was.
Sharp, Michelle.
It was fucking hilarious.
Is it good?
Oh, the wee boy in it is hilarious.
See, didn't we want to watch it, and Michelle's like,
Yeah.
Did I say no though?
You were
Yes.
just
No, I didn't. I just said
you were just a cunt
I'm
about
not
it
really
so
in
you
the
could
mood to
fuck
watch
off.
something.
she,
And
we had a
No,
fight,
Let
didn't
her
you?
have an argument. Go on, Michelle.
No.
But do you know what I love? They do these things and say, "Oh, it was your fault. We didn't do that." But why do they have to listen to me just because I say I don't want to do
Sure,
something?
Because you're just going
and
to
it was your
huff.
birthday.
You're just going to huff the other people.
I don't go in a huff.
You do.
I just sit there and you assume I'm in a huff by telling me I'm in a huff when I'm not even speaking.
Stop speaking.
Exactly.
So,
Such a long bit.
No, the wee boy was hilarious.
I
So
got
it was like quite a good. It's based on a book, and it kind of made me want to read the book because it sounds like it'd be brilliant.
Is it Sam Neill? That's his name.
Yes,
Sam.
I heard he was very good in it,
very
so.
good in it. Yeah. No, I recommend
yeah,
that. It's
you should
brilliant.
watch Captain Fantastic. It's
Set in New Zealand, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll definitely need to watch that one.
Yeah, Captain Fantastic, I need to watch that.
It's very good. It's just about a dad raising his family in
It's
the
a-
forest.
it's a-
It's
honestly,
fucking brilliant.
There's a bit in Hunt for the Wilder People, sorry for ruining it, but I honestly was pissing myself. Right, so they go missing, so they've got like a missing poster up and they see it and they're like, it says here that you're white, Caucasian. Well, that's wrong. No, it says, fuck no, he goes, it says here that you're male and you're Caucasian. Well, that's wrong because you're obviously white.
That's like Drake and Josh or something like that. No, like, yeah, it's keeping
And
it
he
going.
keeps- he
No,
keeps-
it's Drake and Josh. He goes, he says it was 2 Caucasians. Well, there you go. We're not Caucasian. We're white guys.
Yeah. And he keeps talking to him like about how he's going to turn Asian and shit. It's funny.
I gotta watch it. It's on Netflix now, which is good. So, right. So, we've been very lucky that a lot of you have been sending in your questions, but we get so many questions. I'm only going to pick the good ones. So this segment we're going to call Good Bit, Good Questions, because or the good bit of the mailbag, because a lot of the questions you send in are utter pish. So I'm only going to do some questions. So that's why when you're sending in questions, make sure they're good questions, because they're not going to get answered on the show. So we have 4 very good questions here from dedicated listeners. Please keep sending in your questions, because they're very good and nice to answer on the show. So I'm going to pose this to the whole panel here, and we'll see what I've got to say for these fans of the show. So thank you very much for sending in the questions, by the way. The first one is from David, who lives in London.
Hi, David.
David asks, Dear the Good Bit, I'm struggling to decide which animation picture was better, Zootropolis or Moana. What is your favourite animated film of all time?
Finding Nemo.
What
I
a great
love
question, David.
every fucking animated movie that I've ever seen. I just love it. But Toy Story 3 and Finding Nemo and Finding Dory, yeah.
See,
yeah.
some people prefer Dory and Nemo.
I can see that.
Yeah, I think it's for the nostalgia thing again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely. Did we?
Yeah, you
It
said
was,
that.
it was,
Yeah.
because
Made
Finding
for
Dory it was kind of made for people.
I don't think it's
kids with-
specifically made for
No,
those
I
people,
just
but
want
it's
to take all the
it's
kids out of the
it's
way,
city,
like,
they
we were
like,
Yeah.
first.
Michelle, favourite animated film ever?
Toy Story 3, man.
Is your name Michelle?
No, but I'm just thinking about that movie. It's just.
Enrique Montez.
How could you just not be Lion King?
The Lion King, yeah.
You love Lion King. Fancy Simba as well.
And Simba's his nephew and cousin.
I like Monsters Inc.
Yeah, I love
And
that.
I like
First
Toy
film.
Story 2.
Toy Story, great.
That was
choice.
on
Do
your
you know
top
what's
15 list.
extremely underrated? Madagascar.
Yeah. Oh my!
Ooh.
What? I forgot about Madagascar. I loved
Madagascar.
Madagascar. I had the PS2 game. It was great.
Who is it that does...
Did he say Grand Central Station or my aunt's constipation?
Who is it does the voice of the king? What's his name? King? It's not King. Wait, what's his name?
It's like Ben Stiller,
Ben Stiller, Chris Rock,
Ross
David
Geller.
Schwimmer. David Schwimmer. And there's another big actress who plays the hippo.
Jada Pink is Will Smith's wife.
Gloria.
Jada Pinkett Smith.
Yeah.
Not big actress.
Yeah, quite big actress. No, but
My what?
That's the most romantic thing I've ever seen.
Ross nearly died. Ross, son, you should be on the stage. Ross nearly died on the show. Are you okay?
Yeah. I'm okay.
Anyway.
no, who does the voice of the king? He's like the fucking lemur. What's his name?
know.
What's his name?
Hang on,
It's
I'll-
King
I'll-
I like the
Yeah.
moment.
I'll get it.
It's definitely like Sacha Baron Cohen.
Yeah, I think
It
it
is,
is.
isn't
Yeah.
It's not Sacha Baron Cohen, is it?
I think it might be.
I'm hungry.
It is.
Is it?
Well, Julian.
Me too.
Yeah, King Julian.
Julian Sacha Baron Corbin. And Cedric the Entertainer is Maurice.
Smile and wave.
Yeah, Cedric the Maurice. Yeah, and it's just it's like a little fuzzy thing, and he's just got a big black voice.
Go watch that. My favourite animated movie of all time, I think, is Shrek 2.
I love Shrek too,
I
yeah.
love Shrek 2.
brilliant.
Or Toy
Oh.
Story. Or Finding Nemo.
Beauty and the Beast.
Hello there.
What's that
I
from?
was Shrek.
Oh. It's just Shrek impression. Put up. So yeah, favourite animated film, good question. What do you prefer, Zootropolis or Moana? You preferred Moana.
I prefer Moana, yeah.
I'd
Well, I've
say
not seen
Zootropolis.
I've not
I
seen
said
Not seen
Zootropolis,
Moana.
So you don't prefer. Basically, what you just said there is I liked Moana.
I like Moana. Yeah, I mean,
Next question is from Macy from Dublin.
Mason.
Macy
Macy.
from Dublin. Will Ewan's voice get any better?
I hope so, Macy.
Mason's a cheeky bitch.
No, how dare you? It's definitely not a question I just sent in myself.
Ewan from Glasgow. Oh,
I literally just texted Chris like,
Macy from Dublin asks.
From Dublin.
Yeah.
Is she from Dublin?
Yeah, she's from Dublin.
no, it's me.
Anyway, so hopefully soon. Next question.
Your face is getting out of control.
My face.
What with the beard?
My be-
He's got a great beard going.
It's going
No,
like
it's
your
I
hair.
think you're
Yeah, I
It
know.
looks like
growing
your
it.
hair's trying to escape your hat.
Right.
Um,
Next question.
Next question. Who does the good bit think is the best actor to never have won an Oscar?
Oh.
Johnny Depp.
That is from Tam from Glasgow.
Johnny Depp.
Aye, Tam.
Mm.
Gotta be.
Johnny Depp.
Tam, it's got to be.
Aye, no, it's gotta be Johnny Depp. It's got to be Johnny Depp.
Aye, Tam, it's got to be.
Tam, best actor. Tam for still game.
Alright.
Is Liam Neeson? I love Liam Neeson. Is he one or not?
Oh, that scene we
No.
watched yesterday was so funny.
What scene?
With Liam Neeson and Ricky Gervais. So funny.
Is that- yeah, probably shouldn't talk about
AIDS.
AIDS and stuff like that for comedy.
Why not?
I've got full blown AIDS.
It's like times like these or something. Times. It's easy times.
Yeah.
This gets called with Stephen Merchant.
No, Life's Too Short.
Life's
It's-
too short.
That the Warwick Davis thing. Yeah.
Yeah, so good. I just got that. Life's too short. It's Warwick Davis. Say Johnny Depp. You say I don't know. I've
Johnny
not had a
Depp,
chance to
you
think
say.
about it.
Johnny Depp, yeah.
Johnny Depp, you say?
Johnny Depp.
Liam Neeson. He's
Steve
not.
Steve Martin.
Steve.
Oh.
Oh, I love Steve Martin.
Jim Carrey.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
been nominated. Isn't he?
Yeah.
Like, because he can do like good, like
Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless
Johnny
Mind.
Depp's never even been nominated, has he?
He must have been.
Nicholas Cage.
For
yeah,
best
Johnny
actor,
Johnny
though.
Depp
Becca
has been
Murphy.
nominated.
For best actor.
At least best supporting he has been nominated. Yeah.
Who? Jim
Yeah,
Carrey.
he's nominated for Edward Scissorhands.
Have you seen Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind?
Still in a minute.
Yeah, I've seen that.
That is
It's a very strange
one of my
film, very
favourite
good.
movies. He's
Owen Wilson.
he's been nominated.
Imagine him. He would just go, wow.
Wow.
That's
that's
never
totally
he's never been
awesome.
nominated
Oh no,
You're
he
my
has.
dog.
He's been nominated.
for Golden Globes.
Oh yeah.
You're my dog, my amigo, my compadre.
So yeah, good. I don't know. Ian McGregor. I don't know. Next question. Next question.
He's not been nominated for an Oscar.
Who?
Johnny Depp.
You, I swear, I'm going to leap across this table and fart in your mouth.
Oh yeah, babe.
Okay, next question. I loved Suicide Squad just like you. I consider it a guilty pleasure. What are some of your guilty pleasures to watch? And that's from Matthew from Edinburgh.
The High School Musicals.
I mean,
Tucker
High School Musical, but I don't consider that a guilty pleasure. Like I openly say
It's
I
just
love
a
High School
pleasure.
Musical.
But I love like Mean Girls, John Tucker Must Die.
Hannah
The Duff.
Montana movie.
Drake and Josh Go Hollywood.
Yeah.
Basically just
Burger.
like chick flicks.
Like Catch That Kid and all the like old Disney. and all
Oh
that kinda-
yeah.
But
Catch That
that's
Kid, but
Disney.
it's called something else.
Mission Without Permission.
I
Yeah.
can't believe that he's not been nominated for.
But
An Oscar.
no, I've got
Right.
Hannah's guilty
Yeah, for
pleasure.
Edward's hands.
Suicide Squad is one of mine.
He's never been nominated.
Yeah.
for
I loved
any
it because I was listening to that show we did last time. Me, Michelle, and Ross, and we were saying that we loved Suicide Squad, and then it got this horrible backlash. I love Suicide Squad, and I stand
I
by
thought
that
it was
as
good.
well.
Yeah.
And
I
like
that's
it.
a guilty pleasure.
Hannah's-
I just thought of one. The Steve Martin Pink Panther. I
Oh,
like to buy the hamburger. I think that is one of the funniest movies of all time, and the only reason because who sat him down and went, Steve, I want you to use this accent for him, because whoever made that accent is a fucking genius.
I mean, it's a French accent.
But I don't think it is.
That's true, man.
In my pocket, I have a couple down. Oh,
Maybe we should take a break. No!
we don't quit again.
Again. I like to buy a hamburger!
And he goes, what? He gets caught on the car. He goes, what? I didn't say anything. You didn't say, stop the car. Oh dear God, stop the car. You stupid idiot, please. Oh my God, dear God, stop the car. No.
No, but I love really, really just shocking movies like Ben Affleck's Daredevil was one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life, but you know, I still watch it and enjoy it. Oh, fact, biggest guilty pleasure.
Whether we are having...
Biggest guilty pleasure movies.
Continuous.
All the
A Cinderella Story.
Power Ranger movies. Oh yeah, Cinderella.
Mighty Morphin Power
Mighty
Rangers.
Morphin Power Rangers. I went out my own way to buy them in DVD a couple of like last year.
Oh yeah.
The area is secure. So, Michelle, guilty pleasures.
I've just listed about 5, but no one listened to them.
Go.
Sorry, Michelle.
This is your moment. There's Mike.
Who's
You're
Mike?
annoying me today. A Cinderella Story.
Yeah.
You said that.
I know, I've said them all, but you just didn't
So why
listen.
are you
to
saying
me.
them again? We did listen.
Well, you just.
I'm sorry, I just wanted to give you
No,
time.
don't do it. Don't do it.
What
Again,
about,
I'm Michelle Levin,
No.
babes.
did we ever see the film Benchwarmers?
Yeah.
Ah.
What other one did I
Snow
like?
Dogs.
Blades of Glory,
Snow
but that's
Dogs,
just a good
Snow Dogs,
film.
like,
Anyway.
Basketball. You ever seen that one?
Is that Trey Parker?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, Mike.
No, I've seen it.
Like
You've never
Mike?
seen Mike?
Little John from Little Niggy.
Little Bow Wow. It's Little Bow Wow, isn't
Do
it?
you remember Little Man?
Yeah, little. He's.
Little Man's shocking. I just hated that.
Yeah.
Oh,
It annoyed me so much. I don't know why.
wait.
The effects are so bad.
He's
He's,
got tattoos.
he's a 40-year-old. He's obviously not a baby. Changes
That's the
nappies.
point. It's so
But it's not good. It's just like changes nappies.
Little baby Calvin.
Come
He's
back
a
to
fuck.
That's what he did. He goes. Yeah. So good question, Matthew from Edinburgh. I hope you're well. And last question. This is a great one. If you,
We'll let Michelle answer it first.
yeah,
Nah.
Michelle, this one's for you.
Don't want to.
This is from Grace from Wales. If you were running down the street from someone trying to stab you, a bit like Trainspotting, where would you go? What would you do? What would you use? And who would you sacrifice?
Well, depends what street I was on, what I had.
Yeah, I
who I was
know.
with.
If you could choose,
What I had.
Use your imagination, Michelle.
I'd go to the police station, tell them someone's after me with a knife, job done.
There you go.
No.
Why not? That just completely
Because
diffuses the situation so
because
easily.
going to the police could make it worse. What if you were in a situation where you couldn't tell the police?
Good point.
Oh, that's a good point.
So I would. Do you know what I would do? I really think that I would try and find. I'd go like down an alleyway or something into somebody's garden and hide in their wheelie bin.
That's a brilliant. I can do that.
Yeah.
What's it
I
called?
could.
Yeah.
The
I don't know
recycling one
actually.
though, because the other one's better.
I've just looked at how you spelled Wales. You spelled it like Grace from like
A whale
Wales.
from Wales.
from Shamu. Yeah. I don't know what I'd do. I guess
Telecom.
I'd run. I'd do the thing I used to do in Alien Tig, where
I'd sacrifice
you'd run past a
I'd
car.
sacrifice you, like, now.
If I was with
Someone come and
Ross,
stab
I would just say,
Matilda now.
right, run away for a bit, and I'll go, wait, no, boom, and we'll just pose, and we'll be like, wow, too handsome.
If I was with Ross, I would just put Ross in front of him and say like, right, Ross, speak.
I would talk about it so easily.
I would run. I didn't used to do an Alien Thing. I used to run past a car, so the person chasing me would go the other side trying to catch me, and I'd stop before I reached the end of the car and run
Yeah.
back. I would do that one because they're like, what the fuck? And they're so confused.
I can't
I'm
believe
kidding.
the giant gingerbread man in Shrek 2 is called Mongo.
He's fucking mad.
Yeah. Over the gates, Mongo.
You ever seen Blazing Saddles?
No.
There's enough of that shit. Here comes Mongo, and it's just this big guy. He's like,
No, it's like, oh, Tropic Thunder.
yes.
What a film. It's like Simple Jack and it's Ben Stiller.
You never go full blown retard.
You never got full retard.
Full retard.
I was thinking of another one. Get rid of it.
Miss Congeniality.
Oh, what
I've
a movie.
I want to see that film that Paul Rudd's in, Wanderlust.
You can
Oh.
put that. Have you seen it? I've showed you the clip from it. I love you, man.
Yes.
Slap at the bear. Slap it on the bar.
Paul Rudd is so funny. Need to watch more of him. Okay.
We just jam out from my bath. We just
No,
jam
the one
out,
is like-
man.
It's like, the two kids, I don't know what her name is in Wanderlust, and he says to her, he's like, suck my dick, and she's like, okay, when?
Other like films that are guilty pleasures are like all the Adam Sandler films that are terrible. Like Longest Yard, I think is amazing because the great Cali's in it. He goes, "What do you say, man?" He goes, "I'll play." He does speak in English. I play. It's so good. Longest good, and then of course Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore's terrible but brilliant.
No, don't like it.
No, what? You don't like Happy Gilmore?
Yeah.
See, I love movies like that are really bad. Like, have you ever seen like It's a Boy Girl thing?
No.
It's shocking, but I love it.
Let's see.
It's like a boy and a girl swap bodies. But pretty much.
Is that Amanda?
No, you're thinking
Amanda.
you're thinking of something.
Oh.
Channing Tatum's in it. What's it called? It's based on Viola.
You're thinking
Sebastian.
She's the Man.
She's the man. You're thinking she's the man.
Boy girl thing where they swap bodies.
And Amanda
Bodies.
Bynes.
And
Who's in that?
not really. I don't know.
Other guilty pleasures.
Sharon Osbourne's in it.
What?
Yeah, she plays his mum and
That's like
his
Freaky
dad owns
Friday.
a spatula shop or something.
Other guilty pleasures. Nacho Libre.
Oh,
When fantasy has ended. And
children
That was
gone.
fucking beautiful, Chris.
And,
What did that come from?
and
Something good.
helps. I can't get it. And Borat as well. Borat's
Hello,
one
my
of
name is Borat.
favourite movies ever.
I
You'll
like
never
AIDS.
get this. You will never get this. La 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 la. Behind this cage, you're crazy, crazy. And then, but this one time, he'll break a cage and
American
you get
Pie.
this.
What type of dog is this?
What is it?
Oh,
Vanilla
oh.
face?
all the American Pies, the original cast. Yep.
Yeah, American Pie.
Step Up.
Even the
Step Up
bad
too.
ones, like see when it gets to, like 3 and 4, they're awful, but you can enjoy watching.
I know we mentioned High School Musical, and I think High School Musical's got to be the best original Disney Channel movie. However, I loved like Camp Rock and the Cheetah Girls and stuff.
Oh
like that
my
as well.
god, the Cheetah Girls.
It's so good.
Yes.
Camp Rock. We don't-
Camp Rock.
This
was so
is
good.
real.
Princess
Um,
Protection Program.
Yeah, I didn't see that one.
That was so good.
What's the one in the?
Oh,
Can
Even Stevens.
Even Stevens is good.
Oh, what's the?
That's not a movie, though, is it? It's the
Yeah, there's an
TV show.
Even Stevens movie.
No.
Beans, did you bring your own bacon? Back for holiday and you just got a big case.
Here's a question: what did you prefer, the Sweet Life of Zack and Cody or the Sweet Life on Deck? Oh, oh,
Sweet Life.
Kind of.
Oh,
See, I like the Sweet Life of Zack and Cody
Come
because
along with me.
when they were younger, it was funnier.
See, yeah, I don't think Sweet Life on Deck ever lived
But I
up to
really
it.
like the Sweet
Yeah.
Life on Deck.
I see at the time it didn't matter what was on Disney Channel. We were watching everything, so it was fine. Like Cody in the House as well wasn't as good as That's So Raven, but it
Yeah,
was
but
still
you
good.
just watched it anyway.
But then I lost interest when I got older. I didn't watch the last few seasons of Sweet Life on Deck. But Zack and
I've
Cody
seen
at the
that.
hotel
You've
was
seen
the
the-
best.
Have you seen the movie?
No, I haven't, but I think I
Is
may
that
have
when
done
they-
once or
they
twice,
get-
but
That's
I
when they
don't.
get
I don't
the-
remember it at
The
all.
thing and the twins and they start getting
Yeah.
controlled. That's pretty good. Have you seen? I was going to say something, but
You watched the Keenan and Kel movie yet? Two heads are better than none.
no,
I've
but
seen that when
I
I was
really want
younger.
to. I keep watching. Keenan and Kel keeps coming on.
It's
like
the
really
best TV show.
keeps
ever.
coming on like 11 o'clock at night,
Oh,
10 o'clock,
okay.
and I just like need to watch it.
Did you ever watch Sabrina, the Teenage Witch?
Yes. The Amanda
What
Show.
one?
The
Sister,
Amanda
sister.
Show, sister,
Sister.
yes.
Sister.
Yeah.
So
Did you ever? Do you remember the channel ABC1? Did you ever watch it?
Sister,
Do you
sister.
remember that?
I just
Oh,
got a
what
date.
was on it?
I just made my first sale. I got the last
Oh,
yogurt.
it was just like it was like 6 different sitcoms and just played them all. Like
I've not seen any of these Disney shows.
Yeah,
you're
that's
talking
all I
about.
watched.
You didn't have
Wrestling,
Disney Channel, did you?
wrestling, and kids shows when I was younger. That's
Yeah.
like that was my life.
That's
I
all I
watched
ever
no
watched as
movies.
well.
I watched no live performances.
I
was
still don't have Disney Channel.
wrestling and
All I
house
ever
shows.
watched was Disney Channel.
everything.
But I watched Nickelodeon as well. I watched Yuki all the time. I watched
Power Rangers
iCarly,
till I
Drake and
died, man.
Josh.
Just Power Rangers every day, all day.
Zoe 101.
So oh my lord, I was.
Oh, that's what I was going to say.
So
Have you
good.
seen Zoe 101? See how she buries this stuff
No.
and all that? Have you seen the 10 years
Yes,
later thing?
and I
Yeah.
cried. It was like
Brilliant.
I was like I should be crying at this.
I'm a grown woman.
But
Jamie Lynn Spears had to leave that.
But she
because
was
she
so
like
hot.
16
she was like my first
pregnant.
crush. Like Jalen Crush, and then
My first
Ashley
crush,
Tisdale.
Pink Power Ranger, all day.
No.
Actually, like Magic
Out
from
of
Sweet
all
Life.
the Disney girls, why would it be Ashley
Um,
Tisdale?
Sharpay.
There's Vanessa Hudgens.
But Sharpay was hotter.
No,
I think.
What?
Just to me, she was.
no, there was Vanessa Hudgens and Demi Lovato and Selena Gomez,
Oh,
Miley
different.
Cyrus. They're all better looking
It's just
than
I
Ashley
just I
Tisdale.
Right,
like
what-
the blondes when I was younger.
What movie have you seen the trailer for that you're really excited?
I've not seen
to
the
see?
trailers.
Beauty and the Beast.
Power Rangers.
Beauty and the
just-
Beast.
I've watched the Power Rangers trailer fucking 120 times at least.
Power Rangers and what was something? I was like, fuck me up. What was it?
Right, Zoe.
Oh, it looked really good.
Oh fucking.
What was it? The black guy and he's married to the girl and he goes to her house and they hate black people or something. He gets like
Oh, Get
hypnotised.
Out.
Get Out. I
I've
hope
heard
that's
that
good.
shit. Do you know who fucking like? I think he wrote and directed it. You know, Key and Peele.
Yeah.
Some Key. What's his name? Keegan Key or something. Like
Yeah.
that. It was him.
Really?
So yeah,
What?
apparently it's really good. But like, it's like
And A Cure for Wellness. That looked cool. That looked good.
Gore Verbinski. Yeah. Yeah. Apparently that's like. I watched the review for it and the guy's like, yeah, it's. I really enjoyed it and it's really good, but you have to bear with it because it's really weird.
Yeah.
But it does look weird.
I've just got ratings are pretty good, especially for a horror, because horror the ratings are a lot of the time, even if it's good,
Yeah.
ratings are really shit.
yeah.
Apart from Conjuring pulled it out the bag and it's like the highest rated horror ever.
Really?
Up there. And Conjuring 2. Conjuring 2 is fucking amazing.
I'm not a big fan of horror films.
I love horror
I
films.
love horror
I know you do.
films.
What's your
I
favourite
really
horror
do.
film?
See, I love Sinister. And I love
I like Sinister. I like Sinister.
I don't know why, but I think Insidious is a good trilogy. I like all three of them. They get gradually a wee bit worse, but I still like them all. But the first one, I love
My
that.
favourite horror is Halloween.
Like Halloween.
Oh,
And
fucking
Don't Breathe
hate
is really
Halloween.
good as well.
Don't Breathe.
Why do
But-
you hate Halloween?
Just pish.
Total
It's not
copies of
pish.
that.
It's
No,
so
it's
good.
just
The
like
ending
snap
is
pencil.
terrible. Like
It's okay.
the first
That's your.
2/3 of the movie are very good, and then just gets fucking ridiculous, and there's no
The
need
reason
for
I
how
love
far
like
it gets taken.
both the Conjuring movies are
I'm not saying don't want
excellent.
to.
Sinister's really good. Sinister 2 is one of the worst things I've ever seen.
Sinister's good.
So the reason that they're my favourite horrors, I think, is because it's like one of the only horrors you watch and you're like, this isn't fucking ridiculous, like stupid as fuck. Like they're not like, so you always get like the blonde one and she doesn't know how to climb a
Yeah.
fence,
Yeah.
and she's like, help me, and it's like, you fucking just climb it.
Yeah.
Like it's not really got that in it, so like you get more scared because you don't think, oh,
Yeah.
there's a fucking idiot.
Jordan Peele.
I watched a
Was that
horror
him?
Yeah, he did.
the other week called The Town That Dreaded Sundown, and it's based on a true story, and it actually wasn't that bad.
Cool. I need to watch more.
Watch some horrors, man. Get you
Yeah.
scared.
Yeah, that Get Out has 100% Rotten Tomatoes. It only came out today, but
Thingy's really good as well. Lights Out, that was alright. That was a bit annoying because it was one of your.
What about Nightmare on Elm Street?
Idiot.
You,
The reason that
Yeah.
scares me though is because it's every time
it's
they
in
go
your
to sleep.
sleep.
So like that means you're too
Yeah,
scared
you
to
said
sleep.
that.
oh, what's this?
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh, the remake was.
the original.
Okay, we'll wrap this up soon because we're now going over an hour and 10.
Yeah, apparently they're making another Friday the 13th. Sorry.
Was it called Friday the 14th?
Oh,
Friday the
fuck.
13th, fucking.
There's so many of them.
I know.
And it's just like,
They're terrible.
and it's just basically, it's like, look how much blood we can fit into a movie.
I remember
So
I watched the
stupid.
remake and I was like, this is great because there's so many boobs in it.
Yeah.
There's so much-
Wait, do you know how you like a good
I
set
do
of
like
feeders?
some boobs. I
You
like
like-
my feeders.
Just one more question before we go. Last time we talked about what if like we were on death row and we could only get one meal, what would we have? I want to know your people's least favourite foods.
Onions.
Because I was talking to my friend Paul last night and he was telling me what food he considers to be the evil of the earth, and he was saying like chocolate roll bar things, like what they called mini rolls and bounties and stuff like that, the scum of the earth and Brussels sprouts and stuff like that. So I was curious. I was like, I'm going to ask them tomorrow on the show. What do you think is the worst? What would you be offered and you're like, fuck that?
Seafood.
Seafood, really?
I like
I don't
seafood.
mind.
Prawns and
prawns
all
are
that
good. I like
weird
prawns.
shit.
Yeah.
I quite like prawns. I'm not going to admit.
Hate it.
Onions, yep. Peppers, yep.
Oh,
But onions are the
Nice
number
onions.
one.
Yeah.
Peppers are so good.
Oh,
mushrooms
mushrooms.
are so good.
I'm not a fan of
Oh,
mushrooms. Don't
I
have,
love
don't have,
mushrooms.
don't have mushrooms for them.
I love mushrooms. Yeah, if I could, one
Brussels
one
sprouts
thing that I
actually.
hate, Brussels sprouts. I also hate asparagus because I choke on it every time I eat it. It's so stringy. I'm like,
Michelle, do you not like mushrooms either?
I love mushrooms.
Ah, you must be a fun guy. See, another one I don't like is tomatoes.
oh yeah,
But
I'm
there's
not-
nothing tomato with that.
I don't mind tomatoes, but
They
like
taste like bogies.
Nothing tomato with that.
I'll eat them if I have to.
I'm not a big fan of tomatoes.
See,
if I put
baby
it through
have
stuff.
you ever had baby tomatoes with salt?
No,
Okay,
It
defeats
sounds
the
terrible,
purpose.
but it is amazing.
no, I can imagine it being quite nice. I like
So good.
the
Try that.
Do you ever have strawberries? Do you ever have strawberries with sugar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
They're already sweet.
I know, but I like sugar.
I like tomatoes that you get on holiday, like big, like in thin slices, and then you went.
Yeah. I like baby tomatoes. Like
You just
all
made
ones.
so many sound effects there. Glump.
And I sometimes like I know this probably isn't a very popular opinion, but I sometimes don't mind tomato on a pizza.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
Nah.
You need the sauce, don't you? Or the...
Oh,
No, like actual tomato.
Actual tomato slices.
sun-dried tomatoes.
Yeah.
Sun-dried tomatoes. I know you don't like pepperoni, right? Sun-dried tomatoes, pepperoni, and jalapeno.
See,
I
I
can't
I
eat
quite like the
spicy food.
taste of pepperoni. It's so oily and
I like pepperoni.
Yeah, I know. I always dab it down with like kitchen roll. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
Hoover.
get the oil off.
salami though. Now we're talking. That's a tasty meal.
Salami. Oh, yeah.
Speaking of that, I'm going to go get some food. Shall we go get some food? Oh no, we can't. We're not going to get it now, are we?
Oh,
We're not
I
talking Nando's
fucking
because you
left
forgot
my
our Nando's
card.
card.
And also,
Just
me money.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll
I can barely afford to get.
Why don't you just start busking in town for
Well,
like?
thank you.
You can do
You
that.
can- you can dance.
I made £5 before, so why can't I do it sober?
Why don't you do those magic tricks? Remember you used to do magic tricks? You should do them on the street.
Magic tricks, I'm not Jack Hogg.
True. I was kidding. I was Jack. I went to go see myself in the mirror and stuff.
Here, by the way, sorry, just while you did that arm thing, do you know who's absolutely ripping? Martin Hodge. Oh my
Shout
god.
out to Martin.
Yeah, had his top up in class today. I was like,
I know.
woo!
Speaking of class or whatever, since the last good bit, we've done a performance of Romeo and Juliet. At
Oh, aye,
Canberra
so
Theatre.
it is.
Shall we mention that? Yeah, so that was what we were most recently doing, and now we're doing new shows and stuff. So we'll keep you posted on all of them. Yeah. What are you doing, Ross? You got any gigs coming up that you can?
Yeah.
I do indeed. Yeah, I've got one in
April.
April, 27th April,
was
Thursday
the
night, I
place.
believe. So you can come along to that. I believe Michelle's gonna because I've got quite a long set, so I'll be singing like an hour's worth of songs. So I think Michelle might come up and sing Macarena or something.
Yep.
A 1 and a 2 and a 3, man.
And
No,
we'll go up
just
and we'll sing
gonna
the
go
actual Libra song.
And do, if you want to know, here goes some days.
So
What
yeah.
was the one?
Yes, that's coming up. So
What was that?
Come along.
Pineapple on my pizza. What was the bit I was doing?
She was like,
But she did one and it was really
she was
good.
like, please. Oh,
Please
no,
don't
she was like,
put pineapple
no,
on my
it
pizza.
was like, I eat cheese. Only on pizza, please.
What was
I
it you were
eat
doing
cheese,
yesterday?
but only on
Michelle was
pizza,
freestyling
please.
yesterday.
Yeah, by Chris's feet. Oh,
You've got some.
It was like someone give Michelle a topic and it was like, Chris's feet, nah. Okay, so if we're good to go, I'll close it there if everyone's okay to do that.
Yeah,
Unless there's anything else you want to talk about?
I've got a joke. Don't ruin it.
Okay.
You're gonna ruin it, aren't you?
No.
What'd you get hanging from a banana tree?
Bananas.
Sore arms.
Okay, he's like, yeah, it's a good one. Yeah, so thank you very much for listening to this edition of the Good Bit Podcast. I hope you've all enjoyed. They will be coming at you more regularly now, hopefully every second Wednesday. I'm hoping that it's going to be a recording day before class, but we don't
Pencil
know.
me in.
We'll see if we can do that. If
Well,
not,
you're
then
college,
we don't know.
Yeah.
Yes, Twitter at the Good Bit Pod. I am at CM42TV. Follow for me just retweeting the Good Bit Podcast page.
That's Michelle Grant.
And talking about wrestling. And Michelle is at Michelle Grant with 2 A's. And Ross is at
Not
Ross
2 A's,
Martin
it's
with 3 N's.
How do you remember that?
Martin.
Stu.
Oh, how?
And you're
Semitic diabetic.
which I think should be your name on this.
Semitic diabetic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or I might change it on Twitter to
Bullshit.
boobs. I love me some boobs.
You do. I've never met a boy that just wants to squeeze on tits. So
No,
much.
they don't even have to be big. I just like boobs.
But yeah, as Michelle goes. Okay. So yeah, until next time, I've been Chris Moffat, joined by Ewan Ferguson, Michelle Grant and Ross Martin. Thank you very much everybody for joining me
Cheers,
on this
lads.
episode, and we'll see you all, or you'll hear us all next time on the Good Bit Podcast.
Bye bye.
Recognize.